なた誰なの？
遊びじゃねえっつってんだろ。
猫は死なない。
Okay.
Hey, I'm alive! So, funny story, I meant to record this yesterday, but then I was having, like, sort of problems with my microphone, so I didn't. So, I'm recording this on the fly, today, September 23rd, and yeah, we're just gonna get into it. So, hello, it is I, Dagmartoons, I am alive. I know it's been like 9 months since the last time I did one of these, but I've been really busy this year with like real life stuff. Like I have a part-time job, so I have less time to like work on animations and videos and stuff, but I am trying to get back into the swing of things. I've got 2 new Lupin animation projects that I've got in the works right now. One is like 30% done, the other is like I haven't even finished like editing all the storyboard frames together to work off of, but those are coming. I've been like holding off on like posting like previews and whips and stuff of them because they both take place after part 6, and I really don't want to spoil anything for the people who are watching part 6 on Toonami, because y'all are only up to like episode 20 and that stuff is like episode 23, 24, so I really don't want to say anything too big about them until those episodes come out, because I really don't want to spoil anything because they're really good. But yeah, those are in the works. Hopefully they'll be done by the end of the year. But yeah, is that it for update stuff? I think that's it for update stuff. At least for now anyway. So let's jump into it. So, I'm recording this September 23rd, on the 21st night of September. We got a surprise trailer for a crossover between Lupin the Third and Cat's Eye, which I don't think anybody was expecting. It wasn't like when part 6 was announced and we all already kind of knew it was coming because they like teased it and it had gotten leaked the day before. This was like nothing like that. This was just like right the fuck out of nowhere, and I was like, oh shit, okay, I guess we're doing this. Cat's Eye, for the people who don't know, is an old, like, 80s manga and anime by the guy who did City Hunter. And it's about these 3 girls, these 3 sisters, who work at a cafe called Cat's Eye by day, and by night they're a group of art thieves who are also named Cat's Eye. When you watch enough anime, you learn not to question the logic of these things. And the like cop, the detective who's pursuing them, is also dating like the main sister, Hitomi, but he doesn't know that Hitomi is part of Cat's Eye, and it's shenanigans ensue. My like initial knee-jerk reaction to the Lupin vs. Cat's Eye trailer was, oh shit, I guess I have to watch Cat's Eye now, which I feel like is a reaction that was shared with a lot of people in this fandom, because I've seen a couple other people being like, oh shit, I guess I have to watch Cat's Eye now. And I did start watching it. I'm 3 episodes in right now as I'm recording this, and it's fun. I'm really enjoying it. Rui is the best one. Rui is the best one. I love her. She's the best. But yeah, I'm interested to watch more of it. I'll probably buy that Blu-ray that Discotech put out at some point, but I want to get further into the show before I do that. I'm also probably gonna need to pick up part 3 now, because big talking point of this trailer is the designs and the animation. They're going for more of like a part 3 feel. They're bringing back the pink jacket, but like the thing I love about it is like it's more of like, it's not like the same pink that we had in like part 3 and Legend of the Golden Babylon. It's more of like a salmon pink as opposed to like the bubblegum pink that we had before, and I really like it. I love Lupin's color scheme in this. You're probably seeing it in the speed paint footage that I recorded last night as I'm recording this. because I wasn't really, because I wanted to draw this design for Lupin, but I wasn't sure like what exactly I wanted to draw, and then, you know, this idea came into my head. So yeah. But yeah, I really really like Lupin's design. They showed off like the rest of the cast in the trailer, and they all, you know, look great as always. The one thing that kind of concerned me was Zenigata, his eyes. I don't know what it is. They just look weird to me because I'm used to like Zenigata having like bigger eyes than the rest of the cast, but here they're like Lupin's eye size. I don't know. It's probably the sort of thing that I will get used to as time goes on. I've basically already gotten used to it, but it is just something I noticed. The big like point of like argument with the trailer is the animation. They're going for like a CGI, like cell shaded style. I was trying to like pin down like yesterday and the night before when the trailer dropped what this style reminded me of, and the only thing I could really think of that was close to it was that show Knights of Sidonia. I really didn't want to say that it reminded me of Berserk 2016, but it kind of did. But I feel like that would be too mean to Lupin versus Cat's Eye to say that. Actually, the Knights of Sidonia thing is interesting because this has we had staff members announced for Lupin versus Cat's Eye, and the two directors, Kobun Shizuno and Hiroyuki Seshita, were both directors on Knights of Sidonia. And Seshita also did like some stuff with Ajin, which I think was also animated in the same style, and they've both done like some Godzilla things. I think they're animated. I don't know too much about Godzilla. It kind of makes me wonder like what, like, TMS are the ones producing this. We don't know if there are like any other animation studios attached to this to like help with actually producing the thing. Cause like for Lupin the First, for example, TMS went to Mars Animation Planet for the animation for that. So I don't know if this has like a different studio attached to it that's actually doing the animation. It wouldn't surprise me if there was, but yeah, that is something that I noticed. Other staff members, we got the character designs. We have two character designers for this. The first one is a person by the name of Junko Yamanaka, who I mostly know is doing the character designs for Kami-sama Kiss. I know I looked at my anime list and she's done like a bunch of other stuff, but Kami-sama Kiss is like the big one that stood out to me. The other one is an artist named, what's his name? What is his name? Hidehisa Nakata? I think that's it. I'll probably put it up on screen, but yeah, I think that's it. Who, the only other thing like he's really done as far as my research is concerned is this manga called Levius, which I had never heard of before now, but some of the art looks really nice, so I'm looking forward to, you know, seeing both their designs in this. Yeah, the only thing that really like concerned a lot of people is the animation. The animation, the CGI is like kinda off-putting, but the designs are great, and I feel like it's sort of an acquired taste, the animation style. It looked kind of, I do agree with the people who think it looked kind of stiff, like specifically the hair animations. I really hate that style of animating hair where it's like all in clumps that are moving at the same time. I don't know what it is, but I'm not the biggest fan of that. But again, it is definitely like, I have like basically gotten used to it since the trailer came out, but I know there's some people who still think that it looks kind of ugly and like not the way that they like quote unquote should be doing it, because like you compare something like this with the animation in Lupin the First, which looked amazing. I do understand that, but I'm gonna chalk that up to more of like budget, like either budget or them just wanting to go with a different style, which is fine. Like there is no problem with them experimenting with different animation styles and techniques, and yeah, I think that's really cool. That's one of the things I really like about Lupin, is it's open to experimentation like this with both like, you know, the kind of stories that they tell and how they interpret the characters and what animation styles they use. I think that's really cool. I tend to refer to Lupin as the Scooby-Doo of anime for this reason, because, you know, it's been going for so long, and so many people have, you know, stuck their thumbs in the pie, for lack of a better phrase, that at this point you could basically just do whatever the hell you want with it, and it doesn't really matter. That's also why I appreciate that there's no real continuity in Lupin. It really just means that you can do whatever the hell you want, and it doesn't matter at all, and you can choose to watch as much as you want, or ignore as much as you want, and that's fine. It is perfectly fine. There is not a problem with them trying out different things, and people choosing whether or not they want to engage with those different things. And I think that's something that I have seen a lot of people arguing about recently, especially with Part 6, is, you know, oh, they're going for more of like a linear continuity with the series, and that goes against, you know, the idea of Lupin not having continuity. And like, no it doesn't. This is a topic that I want to make. I'm planning on doing like a whole like scripted video essay about my thoughts on Part 6, so I'm probably going to divulge more into this topic in that, but I'm just gonna say right now, it's like, you can just keep going. You can just ignore Part 6. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. None of this, at the end of the day, none of this matters. And you can choose to ignore Lupin versus Cat's Eye if you want to. I probably won't, because I really like Cat's Eye now, and I'm really excited to see this. But I'm just saying that, you know, you can enjoy what you want, don't watch what you don't want to watch, it's fine. Okay, back on topic. The writer, the like person doing the script for Lupin vs. Cat's Eye is a guy named Shuji Kuzuhara, I think. And his only other writing credit is like a few episodes of some Puzzle and Dragons spin-off anime that I haven't watched. I'm really curious to seeing, like, you know, how the writing is in this movie. I'm really, like, actually really interested in this movie now, because I've been watching Cat's Eye, and I know the characters now, and I'm like, ooh, this opens up some ideas. One of the, like, dumb, like, not necessarily, like, plot ideas I had, but, like, more character ideas is, like, you know, Toshi, the cop that's chasing Cat's Eye, and Zenigata, like, teaming up and, like, having in-depth conversations about their feelings about, you know, Lupin and Cat's Eye. And also maybe having Fujigo team up with Cat's Eye at some point, because that would be great. We don't actually know if this is going to be a show or a movie yet. I think we're all kind of assuming that it's going to be a movie, but they have not actually said what this is going to be yet. Like, is this going to be a movie? Is this going to be a special? Is this going to be a show or something? We don't actually know yet. We're probably going to, like, get more information on that as we lead up to its release next year. I know they're doing a, like, Lupin the Third festival in Japan, and I imagine we're probably going to get more news on that. And also, whatever the hell Takeshi Koike has been up to. I love that we got an announcement of this before we had confirmation that there is actually a new Koike movie coming. We got a website for the Koike films, like, maybe a month ago, and that, like, maybe teased at something, and that got people curious that there's something coming, but nothing has been announced yet, and I kind of think it's really funny that we got this before any announcement of that. Not saying that this is bad. I am excited for this, but that is just something that I thought was really funny. Rounding off like the key staff, Yuji Ono is back as composer. Yes. And a guy named Kazuo Otani, who I guess did the music for Cat's Eye, is also coming to help compose for this. There's going to be 2 composers. So, I am expecting some city pop vibes. I'm really hoping for, like, sort of a Part 3 Legend of the Gold of Babylon flair for the soundtrack for this, because the Babylon soundtrack in particular is super underrated, and I love it to pieces. Say what you will about that movie, but Manhattan Joke slaps. So I am very excited about the soundtrack for this. I think it's gonna be a good one. Not saying that any Lupin soundtracks are bad, but this is gonna be good. I'm excited for this. We had something of a plot synopsis about where like the plot of this is gonna be like Cat's Eye are going after these 3 paintings, and Lupin is also going after these paintings, and there's like a mystery going on about the paintings, because like the thing with Cat's Eye is like they're going around stealing all this stuff in the hopes that it will lead them to their missing dad, which got me thinking that maybe we're gonna get some stuff about Lupin's dad as well. I know that's almost definitely wishful thinking, and I know I said the exact same thing when Part 6 got announced, and we didn't really get much about, I mean, we got Lupin's mom stuff eventually, but the rest of that was kind of wishful thinking. But I don't know, I can dream, I can hope, and if nothing else, I can write fanfiction about it later. The last like thing that really like stood out to people is, look, it's gonna be released on Amazon. Like, it's an Amazon Prime original thing, and my first thought of that was like, oh god. 1, fuck Amazon. 2, oh god, this means we're probably not going to get a Blu-ray of this anytime soon. I mean, we might. TMS and Discotheque might like work something out with Amazon so we can get a Blu-ray of it sooner than most other things. But we don't know yet. This literally just got announced 2 days ago. We don't know anything. We don't really know anything beyond who's working on it and who's distributing it yet. But hopefully, fingers crossed that we will actually get a Blu-ray for this, and it won't just be stuck in Amazon Prime hell forever. Cough, 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 banana fish, cough, cough, wotakoi. I'm actually really surprised that nobody has licensed banana fish yet, because like that was really popular when it came out. Do you guys remember that? Anyway, and then again, you know, I'm cautiously optimistic about this whole thing. I think like the crossover itself looks really interesting, and hopefully it will be fun. Hopefully, you know, again, hopefully we won't have to wait too long to see it or to buy it on Blu-ray, or, you know, if we get a Blu-ray. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. They're setting it in the 80s, which I think is really cool. That goes back to the thing I was saying about like Lupin being open to experimentation. I love, you know, you can set it in like any time period and it will be great. Like the first was set in the 60s and now this is being set in the 80s. Like this is fun. This is cool. This is interesting. Now I'm wondering, cause okay, Cat's Eye a few years ago had a crossover movie with City Hunter. That was City Hunter Shinjuku Private Eyes, and now we're getting a Lupin versus Cat's Eye crossover movie, whatever thing. So does this mean that we're eventually going to get a Lupin versus City Hunter crossover? Cause I would really like that. I don't really know much about City Hunter. I've only seen like maybe a couple clips and the openings. Sarah is the best one. But I know enough about City Hunter to know that like that would be amazing if we could get that. Lupin versus City Hunter 2027. Let's do it. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. Again, there's not really much to talk about with this because it just got announced 2 days ago. But from what I've seen and from what's been announced, this I have high hopes for this. I think this could be pretty good, and if nothing else, it'll be interesting and it'll be something different, and I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I think that's it for stuff I wanted to talk about. I love Lupin. I love that this is a franchise that you can take anywhere you want. and it doesn't really matter. And you can choose to watch it or choose to not watch it, and it doesn't matter. Yeah, like I said earlier, I am working on more Lupin videos. They're like nowhere near done yet, but hopefully they will be before the end of the year. I am thinking about like putting together like some sort of like scripted video essay thing talking about my thoughts on part 6, because like I've always wanted to try like scripted like video essay / review type stuff. I've always wanted to give that a go, so hopefully I'll get started on that in the near future. I've also got like a much more like ambitious project in the works, but I have no idea how I'm going to go about getting it off the ground. It's a Lupin fan project. But yeah, that's basically it. For stuff I want to talk about. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following me. Thank you for 400 subscribers. Yay! Yeah, thank you for listening. And bye, I guess.